5 routine service recommendations. 5 ways your BMW dealer may be padding your bill by thousands. From parts markups exceeding 1,000% to services BMW's own monitoring systems do not even flag, every item on this list is crafted to look urgent while emptying your wallet. I have seen these tactics repeated for years. Here is what your service advisor will not tell you, starting with the easiest one to catch. First up, the classic cabin air filter and wiper blade upsell. This is the low-hanging fruit for most BMW service centers, and it is where the markups start. A genuine BMW cabin air filter costs anywhere from $15 to $60 online, and most models let you swap it out yourself in under 10 minutes with no tools required. Yet it is not unusual for dealerships to charge $150, $200, even $300 just for this one filter. I have seen service invoices where a cabin filter is bundled into a $1,200 routine maintenance package, with the filter itself marked up over 1,000%. The wiper blades follow the same playbook. A set of premium blades from a parts store runs $30 to $50 and takes less than 5 minutes to install. Dealers, however, routinely bill $80 to $150 for the same job, sometimes tacking on half an hour of labor for a task you can do in your driveway. Here is the kicker. BMW's condition-based service system does not even track these items. There is no sensor, no warning, no urgency, just a visual check during scheduled inspections. If your service advisor is pushing a filter or wipers as urgent without evidence, it is pure profit for the center. Save your money. Buy OEM parts online, or ask an independent shop to handle it for a fraction of the cost. These are simple, non-critical jobs that should never cost hundreds. Next, the bundled fluid flush package, one of the most expensive traps in the BMW service playbook. Here's how it works. A service advisor hands you a checklist with brake fluid, coolant, power steering, and even differential flushes, all lumped together for a 4-figure total. These packages are sold as comprehensive care, but when you break them down, most of the work simply is not needed on a strict schedule. BMW's own condition-based service system actually monitors brake fluid and will flag it every 2 years regardless of mileage, because brake fluid absorbs moisture over time. That is legitimate, but coolant is different. For most modern BMWs, the factory fill is rated as lifetime or requires inspection only at major service intervals. There is no CBS alert for coolant, and many cars can go years before needing a flush. Power steering fluid is even more egregious. If you own a late model BMW, odds are it uses electric power steering, which does not use fluid at all. Yet these flushes get bundled in, inflating your bill by hundreds of dollars for a service your car literally cannot use. Differential fluid is the same story, only certain models and high mileage cars need it, and CBS will flag those cases. At the dealership, you could pay $1,200 or more for a package of flushes, when in reality, you might only need a $150 brake fluid change. The rest is pure profit padding. Always check your owner's manual and the CBS display before agreeing to any package. If it is not flagged, you probably do not need it, at least not yet. Number 3 is the premature carbon cleaning upsell, better known as walnut blasting. This one targets owners of direct injection engines like N5V4, N55, and B58, where carbon buildup on the intake valves is a real phenomenon, but the timing and urgency are often exaggerated. Here is the reality. Carbon deposits do accumulate because direct injection fuel systems do not wash the valves clean, but the real-world impact usually does not show up until 80,000 miles or more. Symptoms like rough idle, misfires, or power loss are the actual triggers, not just a number on the odometer. yet it has become common practice for dealerships to recommend walnut blasting as early as 40,000 or 50,000 miles, sometimes during a routine oil change with no performance complaints from the owner. The price is often quoted as $1,200 to $2,000 for the procedure, while independent BMW specialists often charge $500 to $1,000. Do-it-yourself is possible with rental tools and some skill, but even then, you are looking at $200 to $600 in parts and several hours of labor. BMW's own maintenance schedules do not set a fixed interval for carbon cleaning. There is no condition-based service alert, no dashboard warning, and there is no mandate to clean until a technician actually inspects the valves and sees a problem. If your service advisor is recommending walnut blasting before 80,000 miles without clear symptoms, it is likely more about their bottom line than your engine's health. Always ask for a bore scope photo or a second opinion before agreeing to this work. Done too early, it is just a costly insurance policy you probably do not need. Number 2 is the so-called required fuel injector cleaning service, a favorite upsell that preys on fear, not facts. BMW's official maintenance schedules make it clear there is no preventative injector cleaning listed, no condition-based service alert, and no technical bulletin recommending this as routine care. Direct injection engines like the N54, N55, and B58 are engineered to run clean on top-tier gasoline, which already contains the detergents needed to keep injectors free of deposits under normal driving. If you are not experiencing rough idle, misfires, or check engine lights, there is no reason to flush or chemically clean the injectors. Still, dealerships routinely pitch this service as if it is essential, quoting anywhere from $300 to $600 for a chemical flush, or worse, a so-called deep cleaning that can push the bill even higher. Independent BMW shops know the truth. Unless diagnostics show injector problems, these services are pure profit. Do-it-yourself options, like fuel system cleaners from the parts store, cost $20 to $40 and offer little benefit for modern engines that are not already showing symptoms. The reality is, BMW's own technical information system does not even mention injector cleaning as a scheduled item. If a service advisor insists it is necessary to keep your car running smoothly, ask to see the scan data or diagnostic codes. Without evidence, it is just another line item designed to pad the invoice, not protect your engine. Save your money for real maintenance. Ignore the upsell unless your car is actually running rough. And finally, in first place, the blanket replacement of brake rotors every time you need new pads. This is one of the most expensive and persistent dealership practices, and it is rarely justified by BMW's own technical standards. Here's how it plays out. You bring your car in for a brake pad replacement, but the advisor insists that new pads must always be paired with new rotors. The bill jumps from a few $100s to well over $1,000, sometimes even $2,000 if you are quoted for both axles. But the truth is, BMW rotors are engineered with a generous margin. Each rotor has a minimum thickness stamped right on the hub, 28.4 millimeters for many 3 Series fronts, for example. As long as the rotors are above that spec, free of warping, and not deeply scored, they are perfectly serviceable. BMW's own service bulletins back this up, allowing for resurfacing or reuse if the rotors meet the criteria. There is no universal mandate to replace them with every pad job. Yet, dealerships push full replacement as a policy, padding invoices with hundreds in necessary parts and labor. Independent BMW specialists routinely measure and reuse rotors, saving owners $400, $800, sometimes more per visit. If your advisor claims rotors must be swapped every time, ask to see the measurements. Demand the numbers. If the rotors are above spec and in good condition, you are being sold a service you do not need. Don't let a blanket policy drain your wallet. Insist on evidence and get a second opinion if you are in doubt. Across these 5 scams, one pattern stands out. Profit-driven upsells thrive on your trust and on a lack of technical detail. Dealerships bank on confusion, while BMW's own systems and specs tell a different story. Smart owners question, compare, and demand evidence. Protect your wallet. Knowledge is your best tool.